see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sex.
Ahead of the 2026 Jerez MotoGP race, Yamaha appears to be taking a different approach than in previous races. While previously motorcycle development was largely focused on the factory team, Yamaha is now maximizing the role of its satellite team to help accelerate the performance search process. In this context, Pramac is no longer just a support team, but has become a core part of Yamaha's on-track technical strategy. This move came after Yamaha realized that the development of the Yamaha YZR M1 motorcycle required more realistic race data. During the first few rounds of the MotoGP World Championship season, Yamaha often struggled to find a setup that truly worked across various track conditions. Their bikes sometimes looked quite competitive during practice sessions, but their performance changed when they entered actual races. The main issue that continued to be discussed within the team was corner exit acceleration. On many occasions, Toprak appeared very strong entering corners due to his exceptional braking ability. His aggressive riding style, which has been his trademark since his heyday in the Superbike World Championship, often allowed him to overtake other riders in the braking zone. However, once the bike exited the corner onto the straight, this advantage often disappeared due to the stronger acceleration of rival bikes. With two additional bikes in the satellite team, Yamaha can conduct more experiments without risking the main team's race results. Each practice session provides an opportunity to try out various chassis configurations, aerodynamics, and even electronic settings. Data from the Pramac bike is then directly compared with the performance of Toprak's bike. Yamaha's technical analysts have even reportedly created a new analysis system that allows them to read track data in near real time. This means that any small changes made by Pramac can be immediately analyzed and retested by the main team in the next session. This strategy is considered the fastest way to find the setting combination that truly suits Toprak. The decision to implement this strategy is even more interesting because the race will take place at the Circuito de Jerez Angel Nieto, one of the most technical circuits on the MotoGP calendar. This track is known for its many fast, flowing corners and several hard braking zones. Such characteristics usually suit Toprak's riding style, which is very aggressive under braking. And here's the full news. The atmosphere in the paddock began to change as the teams arrived in Spain for one of the most important races on the calendar. Many teams arrived with technical updates and new strategies, but much attention was focused on the moves being made by Yamaha Motor Company. The Japanese manufacturer had been quietly formulating a plan far more complex than just minor upgrades to its bike. The primary objective was clear: to help Toprak Razgatlioglu find the top speed that had so far eluded him consistently. And behind these grand plans, one element began to emerge as a key element of Yamaha's strategy: the role of Prima Pramac Racing. Ahead of the 2026 Jerez MotoGP round, Yamaha appeared to be taking a much more aggressive approach to bike development. In recent seasons, Yamaha had often been criticized for being too conservative in the face of the rapid technological advancements in MotoGP. While its rivals introduced major innovations almost every race, Yamaha often appeared more cautious. But this season, the situation began to change. Increasing competitive pressure left Yamaha with little choice but to accelerate its development process. Their flagship motorcycle, the Yamaha YZR M1, is known for its exceptional stability and ease of handling, especially when entering corners. However, in the modern MotoGP era, which relies heavily on aerodynamics and high engine power, stability alone is not enough to win races. The most frequently cited problem by Yamaha riders is a lack of acceleration when exiting corners. In recent races on the MotoGP World Championship calendar, Toprak has often been seen closing in on rival riders entering corners. In some cases, he has even managed to overtake with aggressive braking maneuvers. This is not surprising, as since his heyday in the Superbike World Championship, Toprak has been known as one of the riders with the best braking technique in motorcycle racing. However, once the bike starts exiting the corner onto the straight, this advantage often disappears. Rival bikes, especially those from teams like the Ducati-Lenovo team, are able to accelerate with stronger acceleration. As a result, Toprak has to work much harder just to maintain the position he has gained through bold cornering maneuvers. Yamaha recognizes that this problem cannot be solved with just small adjustments to the bike's setup. A broader, more systematic approach is needed. That's why they've begun leveraging their increasingly close technical relationship with Pramac. Under this new structure, Pramac is no longer simply a satellite team using Yamaha bikes. They've become a key part of a data collection and technical experimentation system designed to accelerate the bike's development. In the several practice sessions leading up to the Spanish race, Yamaha engineers were actively observing data from the Pramac bike. Each track session was used as an opportunity to test various new configurations, from bike weight distribution to small changes to chassis geometry, to slightly different aerodynamic designs from the standard package. The data from the Pramac bike was then analyzed alongside data from Toprak's bike. Yamaha engineers tried to find patterns that could explain why their bike was sometimes very competitive in some sections of the track, but lost time in others. This strategy allowed Yamaha to do something they'd previously found difficult: conduct a large number of experiments in a short period of time. With more bikes on track collecting data, the technical evaluation process became much faster. All of this experimentation would culminate at the Circuito de Jerez Angel Nieto. This circuit is not only one of the most famous tracks on the MotoGP calendar, but also one of the most technical. Jerez boasts a combination of fast, flowing corners, slow corners requiring perfect traction, and several hard braking zones that often provide the opportunity for overtaking maneuvers. This characteristic actually suits Toprak's riding style perfectly. The Turkish rider possesses an uncanny ability to control his bike under extreme braking. On numerous occasions throughout his career, he has been able to perform maneuvers that seemed nearly impossible in braking zones. However, Yamaha knows that this advantage will only be truly meaningful if their bike can exit corners with sufficient speed to withstand attacks from rivals on the straights. Therefore, the main focus of development ahead of Jerez has been on improving rear-wheel traction without sacrificing front-end stability. Several sources within the paddock even stated that Yamaha could open a new chapter in their bike's development. With more data, more experimentation, and faster technical communication, the chances of finding the best performance will be much greater. But all these theories and plans will ultimately be tested in only one place: the racetrack. When the lights go out at Jerez and the riders charge towards the first corner, all of Yamaha's weeks of hard work will be put on the line in a matter of seconds. And that's when the world will see whether Yamaha's bold move to make Pramac the key to development